This is the Violent Professional Podcast brought to you by EvilVibesCode.com.
Got a chub.
Getting upgraded. Oopgrad.
Oopgrad on my chub.
What's that movie with horse.mpeg? What's that movie?
Oh,
Craig
fuck.
Robinson.
Oh, man. Hold on.
It's super dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that away from the microphone. It's going to be like... I think it also had to do with something with this too. I'm not a fucking electrical engineer to understand that. We should have one on, and he'd be like, "Well, the interference from the decibels." I know where you're laughing to. Aside from what I just said, but like I said, we're not gonna. I'm not
Miss March.
Oh, is that what that
With Craig Robinson as horse.mpeg.
What is the? That's a great movie. What is the premise for it?
Let's see.
Or the plot? I'll remember the rest of it immediately. I just can't remember. Oh, dude, I think it was this guy was talking to a chick online. Is that what it is? He was talking to a chick online and went to visit her and met that dude from Hot Tub Time Machine, that dorky kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went to an Amish fucking town. And then
No, that's Sex Drive.
Is it Sex Drive?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm all fucked up. Let me see the picture. Oh, yeah. I think those two are from The Whitest Kids You Know,
Yeah, I
or
think
something like
so.
that.
Yeah.
Whatever their little sketch comedy show was.
Yeah, the whitest kids you know.
Miss March.
Trevor Moore and Zach Kreger.
That was a good movie too.
Lots.
One of those ones that is highly underappreciated, and it wasn't really in theaters, I don't think. It's like those kind of movies. You're like, how the fuck did I ever watch that? I've never. Was it not like advertised or anything? I don't think. Maybe it was. I don't.
There's a lot of movies that get like overshadowed by stupid movies too.
What movies?
Oh, like what was that? The one about the Island, the movie The Island with
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Ewan McGregor.
The Island. What am I thinking of? The
I don't
Beach.
fucking know what
I'm
you're
talking.
thinking of.
You're like, oh yeah, that movie. I'm talking about all different kinds of shit.
Ewan McGregor, The Island. It's about like clones and stuff. Pretty fucking solid
Island of
movie.
Dr. Moreau.
No, it's called The Island.
It's the same plot though.
But
That is what Island of Dr.
solid
Moreau is.
fucking movie.
Val Kilmer at his
Super good
best.
movie. And then it got overshadowed by like that barbershop movie or some stupid fucking movie about cutting hair.
Yeah.
Everybody went to see that dumb movie and then skipped out on The Island. Then they're like, holy shit, we missed out on some crazy action.
I've never seen either of those.
Crazy story. Well, I saw The Island, and god damn it, it was good.
Was it? We'll put that on the list. I thought about it. It's like, since are we doing the
We
movie?
can make a fucking
Are we
list.
doing the movie review?
Yes.
I think I figured out, I'm going to change the title of the movies or the movie review episodes to say like MR : whatever the movie is, just so it like identifies, because that's one of the things I was like, I want to identify it as a movie review, but I don't like the fact that it has a weird name. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that I wasn't creative about the name.
yeah.
I'm just like, movie review, Mandy.
Movie review.
So
Mandy.
I'll figure out something. I'll have to change it by when the time it airs, or I could change it whenever. I don't have a construct. I gotta.
We'll just wing it.
Yeah.
So the Island was pretty solid. It came out like, I don't know, it's maybe 7 years ago. There's another one Daniel and I were talking about, because I was talking to him about how I made you watch Yellow Brick Road.
Great movie. That's the one we're doing the review on.
That's
right?
the one we're
Yeah.
doing the review on. So
I almost forget.
He brought up, he's like, dude, you have to make Mike watch Perfume.
I've already seen that.
Have you seen it?
Yep.
That's a fucking weird movie.
I think it's based on a true story too.
Super weird, but I'm sure it didn't end the same way.
No, I don't remember most of it. I just remember he was like cooking chicks.
Well, rendering their scent, yes.
Yeah.
Breaking down the bodies to collect the scent.
He
from
had a
them,
big like.
make perfume out
He
of
had
them.
a big like
Big vat.
He was
Yeah.
like cooking them into
capture
them.
boiling them to make their essence. Taking the essence from their bodies.
Smells like straight fish.
But hey, he was wearing that fish. And
Oh, you
got
smell
some
beautiful, and
Orgies,
then
got some orgies out of it. That's for sure.
I can't remember that movie either.
The very end of the movie is just one big orgy.
I know the movie we're talking about though. This time,
Yep.
I'm correct about it.
Yep. Cool.
You want to jump into the Georgia Guidestones first, or do you want to?
Let's do that last.
Okay.
Since we're on the topic of movies,
Yeah.
Yellow Brick Road, and not the Wizard of Oz kind.
No. I'll tell you you're gonna be surprised that I actually like this movie.
It was
Fucking
interesting.
Okay, so I don't think I said it a lot in the previous movie review, but spoiler alert, we're doing it. No one's gonna watch it.
No, not at all.
I
I'm not
watched
gonna
some
go find
YouTube videos like, what the fuck was the meeting? And like they all are like, by the end they're like, okay, now's the time when you shut the movie off. Like shut it off right now. You've been warned. Like don't watch the ending. But anyway, you want to run this?
Yeah, so Yellow Brick Road starts out. It's a group of authors that are they like co-authored a book together. There's 3 of them, and they are like sad because they have to part ways.
Husband
right?
and wife, and then
I think it's
husband and wife, and then the psychologist.
Yeah. So the psychologist
And then
is
the
like their friend.
fucking asshole psychologist dude that tags along. I hate like right away.
That
I hated
third
him.
wheel motherfucker.
Yeah, I hated him.
He was upset because they were gonna have to like go away from each other. And then
There's reasons for that.
yeah,
You hear it at the
exactly.
end.
So they
See, look at that. First note. I took notes and I said the psychologist is a dick. He's a fucking dick. He's a fucking dick.
Psycho dick. Anyways,
Do you need this?
no.
Okay.
One of the guys, the main author guy, I forgot his name. Do you remember his name? He's a dick. Anyways.
The author?
Yeah.
The one I was like, this is the only good actor in this
Yes.
whole fucking movie.
Yep.
No.
He
Tory or some
weird.
This is a great movie review already. I'm going
He-
to pull it up so we know the names of these people.
He gets a hold of this story that he's been trying to dig into about the population of an entire town that just up and disappears one day. It's like 300 people. So the story behind that is that like these 300 people left the town on the same day. They all decided to walk on this road. No one knew where it led. Just kind of went off into the woods. And half the people ended up dying, like on the road. People found their bodies.
So only
like,
give me
later
Wizard
on.
of Oz characters.
Yeah.
So like Yellow Brick. Oh, there it is. 2010. That's when it came
Yeah.
out. Far back, but past its time
Mm-hmm.
or before its time. Teddy is his name. Teddy Barnes.
Teddy Bonds.
Anyway,
Mr. Barnes. Enjoy your picture, Mr. Barnes.
fucking dude. All right, where were we? I was looking-
So the entire town disappears on this road. There ends up being one survivor that comes back. So I guess it's not the entire town. Excuse me. One guy comes back and he's saying, can't you hear it? Can't you hear it? And he's going fucking crazy. So
that part of the movie I did not like because it was so like you couldn't. What is indistinguishable?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
indistinguishable about what the fuck he was saying with the I mean, they put the subtitles.
Yep.
But it's like, I don't care how old the recording is, you wouldn't be able to understand what he's saying. Be
Yeah.
like, this dude's a fucking nutcase.
Yep.
It didn't even sound like, can you hear it?
No, it just sounded like
Yeah. There's little things like that throughout the movie you'll hear.
So they decide to try to figure out what happened to these people. So they know that like half of them died because they like people back in the 40s went and found their bodies, but did not continue on the road. The other half just disappeared. They don't know what happened to them. No bodies ever showed up, and all their stuff was gone. It's just gone. Thin air, gone. So they ended up finding the way to the Yellow Brick Road, where it starts with the help of some weird fucking employee of a movie theater. Movie theater is an interesting place in this movie. Weird construct.
So I want to go back a little bit. The dude that gave him is this before or after? Through the
that's at the
glass.
beginning. That's at the beginning.
Okay, so he gives him the fucking that
The
is.
file folder.
That was the same dude at the end of the movie.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Correct.
You could barely tell because that glass would be like, "Hey, dude, what? Can you come out here?" There's things about
Clean your
movies that
fucking
you're
window.
like, they're realistic. Like we were talking about last time. Like I wouldn't dip my finger in some shit and put it in my mouth. I don't put weird
Yeah, it was
substances.
the expired scene.
Yeah, like what? Okay, I said that a lot at that one section I listened to. I was like, man, I said that a lot. Like I was trying to drive
You
home.
know what's
the
kind of
effort.
funny is this window looked like it had expired semen on it.
See, it's all tied together. Everything's fake. Up is down. But yeah, it's like, why is that covered up so you couldn't see that it was the same guy at the end?
I guess.
That's fucking
You
dumb.
can tell by his voice.
I'd walk into that place with all the trash and shit around and immediately turn around and be like, I'm not fucking going in
No,
there.
Not at all.
But it's a movie, so let's fucking just go and talk to the weird dude behind there that talks in old
was
English.
it actually a movie that he was at, though, or was that like a library counter or some weird shit?
What?
Because all he
Are
said
we
was
skipping towards the end?
No, at the beginning. When he went and got that folder, he was in a place, but it didn't show what he was doing there or what else was in there.
He did say, enjoy your picture show or some shit.
Yeah, but was he at a movie theater?
Missed that.
Or it could have been just like a conference.
No,
where
it was
he just goes
supposed
to
it was
watch-
supposed to be a psychiatric or records keeping place.
Yeah, yeah.
But that ties into some.
Oh,
That's
so-
a really
okay,
poor
okay.
tie-in because that doesn't make
Got
sense. I just like heard that and was like, didn't think anything of it, but I was like,
Enjoy your picture show.
yeah, it doesn't
okay.
fucking make sense
It doesn't
because
make
he didn't
sense.
give him a movie or anything to watch.
Yes. So
You know
but
what I mean?
It makes sense once you see him at the end of the movie.
He gave him pictures, so I guess picture show. That's dumb.
Well, remember
That is a fucking
he
shit
made him
part.
sit down in the theater at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So that was the picture show.
Anyway, you're skipping ahead and ruining
yeah,
it.
way fucking far.
All right.
Just blew my mind and my wad. So they start walking on this road. They have some people that tagged along. So the psychologists, the married couple that are authors, and then you have the two map makers that are brother and sister,
Cartographers.
and then you have
And they were there because I was like, why the fuck are they?
yeah
They were going to map the road.
Yeah. Then you have the two authors' assistant. It's just this little chick that
Intern.
intern. That's right. The intern.
Yeah,
This is
bitch.
what they called her. Fucking fat. No, just kidding.
There wasn't really anybody fat in this movie.
No fat people. Then the last person was this girl that they picked up at the movie theater, which is the start of the road, because they walked into the movie theater only because that's where the road said it started. Was at this movie theater.
Yeah,
Like, for some
coordinates went
reason,
there.
this coordinates leads us to the movie theater, but this is where the road's supposed to start.
Like one thing I didn't get is why they were so fucking. They're adults. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they were super mean to that chick that had the GPS, and her only job was to fucking carry the GPS with a weird handle. Like she had this extra handle that is like a pistol grip on a fucking Garmin GPS. Like the fuck, I was like, I'll notice weird stuff and I'll be like, what the fuck is the point of that fucking handle grip?
There is no point.
It's
to
just extra.
But
It's
you know what?
added weight.
It exists.
Yeah, is that a real thing?
Has to be.
I don't. Fuck it. I don't believe anything after this movie. Yeah, it was like, and they were so fucking mean to her.
Yeah.
No wonder. I'm not gonna spoil it, but no wonder something happened later in the movie. I'm not gonna spoil it. We're literally gonna tell the whole fucking movie
We're
right
gonna
now.
tell the beginning and the end, and then get.
No
the
wonder
middle
she
later.
fucking kills herself later because they're like super fucking mean to her, and she
assholes.
was a nice girl. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, besides being a ginger, like that was it. They're like just talking shit to her the whole fucking time with
Pretty much.
no premise. They're just like,
Where are we at now?
fucking intern, go kill yourself, ghost lady. Stupid.
So as they're walking on the road, they get to a point where they're like 5 days in. The psychologist keeps taking video and audio recording of each person, just asking them random questions just to gauge their psychosis, just make sure they're not going crazy, or what their level of what would you say, sanity, their level of sanity throughout the whole trek. So each day, it could be, he stops and talks to each one of them and records it, which is interesting to see, like the videos of those people. But soon, I think they're 5 days in when they start hearing music, like or just sounds. They start hearing sounds.
We are the Munchkins from Munchkinland. Like,
but it's like old music from the 40s.
Old-timey shit.
Yeah, 40s, 1940s. So they start hearing these like record scratches and stuff, and like, what the fuck? Where is that coming from?
Do we skip the movie theater, dude? Oh, we talked about theater. So
Total dick.
Okay, yeah. I'll go back to that because I kind of like
where they picked up the chick.
blanked out.
Where they picked up the chick. To
Yeah.
Join them.
What are you, retarded hackers or something? That was my favorite part. Like, just to go back and then we'll go forward. So I missed it. I know we were past it, but I'm just like, wait a second. Yeah, that dude in the fucking movie booth is a total asshole.
Yeah, so they walk into this movie theater when they start the road because that's where they thought the road would start. And they walk into the movie theater expecting to find a fucking road, right?
This can't be right. Obviously.
Where are we? They're looking around the room like, why are we in here? This isn't the right place.
That psychologist took the GPS out of her, snatched it out of her hand and goes, this thing's broken. It's like, dude, you don't fucking shut the fuck up. Anything could happen. You have the wrong fucking datum plugged in, you fucking idiot. Anyway.
So there's a guy like managing the ticket booth, and he's a very upset individual that they're
horrible actor
walking,
too.
Yeah,
like,
terrible.
I don't know how I'd be as an actor, but I think he's probably worse. Were you fucking retarded hikers or something?
Hikers. I feel like they all have an accent from Maine.
And they're like, yeah, it's New Hampshire, I guess.
Yeah.
And there's like, hey, buddy, and he's like, hey, fuck you, Egon. Like, it's like, dude,
that's not how you talk to people.
You're an asshole. Anyway, continuing on.
That's where they pick up the girl to go with them on the road. They only took this girl with her because she said she knew something about it. So they took her along.
Which was a lie.
They started hearing noises about 5 days in, and they started getting on each other's nerves about 5 days in too. So little, spouts here and there where they're just not agreeing on stuff. The GPS stops working correctly. So that's when they start yelling at the intern.
They just take all their frustrations out on her.
Which I don't understand because she could have handed that GPS off to anybody.
Yeah. What did they say to her at the one point? They're like, hey, where are we? It's showing Italy, and they're like, start speaking in an Italian accent, like, oh, mamma mia! Like, talking about pizza. I was like, that is the lamest. Those are the lamest fucking people.
Well, yeah, when they, where is it showing? Oh, Gold Coast, Australia. They're like, good night, mate.
How quickly they fucking started doing Italian, like pasta fazool. Like they start saying that is like tells me that they planned that.
Oh, of course, yeah.
There's some hidden meaning behind this movie. I think that I'm never gonna figure out or care about after we're done with this fucking podcast on the shitty shit movie. Is like that they secretly like there has to be something with like she was secretly something like the evil spirit or something, and they were fucking beating her down, and then it killed her. Something like that. Something like that.
So,
Kenny G music's playing.
Yeah, super old timey fucking 1940s
saxophone.
Music. They start hearing it really clear, but at certain points it gets super loud and it like fucks with their eardrums loud.
The further they get up the trail, or they think they are, is the clearer the music gets.
Yeah. So after a while, you start to go crazy because you can't shut the fucking music off, and it just keeps playing continuously, and the GPS isn't working right. The people that are making the maps, every time they look forward, the map coordinates seem correct, but every time they look back, it's like they've gone 100 miles, and they're like, "What the fuck? This doesn't make any sense."
Yeah.
So,
driving them closer to their fate.
Yeah. So
the
coordinates that they're writing down turn into gibberish, basically. However, things come to a breaking point for the cartographers. Their brother and sister, and the chick, gets really mad at the guy because he had found a hat earlier, and it looked like an old 1940s hat, and he wouldn't take it off.
And it wasn't like weather torn or anything. It was like brand new.
Yeah, it looked fine.
So they were talking about if people were following them in the woods and stuff.
So they end up on one side of this like little ravine canyon looking thing. There's like a hill that most of the people are on a hill on the other side, and they start fighting.
What's the significance of that hill? There's got to be something, because that's where the berm was, where you're talking about, right? Where there's that all the brush and stuff.
No, it was before that.
Okay,
before that. So, the two map makers are on that hill, and everybody's looking across at them like through binoculars and stuff. But they notice they start fighting, like get physical fighting, brother and sister. And the guy ends up overpowering the girl, puts her on the ground.
Of course he does, because he's a fucking man.
Of course.
Don't fool yourselves.
Grabs her cheek and rips off.
Eventually, would have run into one of our fellow female
gonna-
listeners
it's
and
gonna be
beat the
terrible.
fuck out of me.
The guy grabs her face and rips off part of it with his hand. Like, just kind of grips her cheek and just takes a chunk.
Gives her the Joker, like,
but
you want
throws
to know how I got these scars? Rock. My brother ripping my face off.
He throws it off to the side, and then he proceeds to grab a giant rock and start smashing it on her thigh. Weird place to start smashing.
Yeah.
But
And that scene was weird. I'll let you finish
Very.
that. It was such a weird thing because I'm like watching it.
smashes the
And I was
shit
like,
out of her leg. But then
What is happening? I can't
proceeds
tell if
to-
they're fighting or they're playing because
Yeah.
they weren't really hitting each other.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there was blood, and you're just like, that
A lot
doesn't
of
look.
blood.
That doesn't look like.
But it was almost like we were seeing it from the perspective of the people across the way. You know?
Yeah.
So we're looking in the same direction and same spot from where the people are looking through
And that's why they're
binoculars.
like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. So we don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. And then the leg fucking comes off. He rips his sister's leg off and like carries it around a little bit. It's just huge. I just have a leg. Basically kills her because she bleeds out.
Yeah, rips her fucking legs clean off, and he's like, ah, he's hugging it and shit. He's caressing it. Like, that was weird as well.
Very weird. Very weird.
I was literally like, oh, fuck. Because I was sort of paying attention at that point. I looked over when they were fighting, and I'm like, as I was doing other work, I was like, he ripped her fucking leg off.
So
I think that's when I sent you that video, and you're like, oh, it's about to get fucking weird.
Yep,
It's like,
yep.
that wasn't weird.
So everybody like runs back together. They like leave the chick. They're just fuck this. I think the only person that went to the chick was the girl they picked up at the movie theater, who was like living in the town. So the guy runs off. The cartographer guy runs off into the bushes, tries to disappear because he knows he did something stupid and wrong. Two of the guys try to go find him. So there's damn it, I left out the fucking the guy that works for like the Department of Natural Resources or whatever.
What? He hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah, but I didn't introduce him. I forgot. he
Yeah,
was in there.
well, there's one of the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can introduce him later. You can talk about, you don't have to do it in a certain order. We're kind of going back and forth.
He's got a cool role though.
Yeah.
Wiggle wiggle.
Oh, yeah. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Ba-da-da-da.
So they end up capturing the guy, the brother cartographer who killed his sister. He knows he did something bad, so they tie him up and they keep him, tied up basically as long as they can.
He doesn't know he did something bad. He's like, I think I did something
Yeah, he
bad,
says,
guys.
I think I did. I think it was really bad. You should probably tie me up.
Which
So-
indicates he was under some influence that he doesn't know.
or some kind of
was
rage.
happening.
But he was wearing that hat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good hat. It's the safest place to keep it, is what he says.
Right on your head.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah,
Earlier,
that's
where
good.
he's like, "Why do you want to wear the hat?" He's like, "Well, I figure that's the safest place to keep a hat is on your fucking head." Like,
You got to preserve it, right? Yeah. So they get to a section of the road where they can't go any further because there's a bunch of debris, just a bunch of trees cut down and stuff piled
that
on top
berm
of
I
each
was
other.
talking
Big berm,
about.
yeah.
And a place, yep.
In which, right in front of it, is this is like a day or two later, by the way, after the
Yep.
killing, and they get to the berm, and there's the cartographer's sister is like pinned up like a scarecrow.
Yeah, he's still tied up and he starts laughing.
Yeah, he starts laughing.
Yeah. So that I was like looking for references of the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And I was like,
There's-
that's the
there's
scarecrow.
one. Yeah. Yeah.
because it was like, and then the fucking jaw fell down. I was like,
Yep.
oh fuck, that's awesome. Those effects are good, man. But I don't think there was any other references.
No, I
of
don't
it.
think so. I don't think so. That was like the only one.
I was looking at that fucking one chick that looks like from the Hunger Games, that his wife.
Yeah.
She kind of looks like her. I was like, maybe this will be something. Nope. That was it. Sorry to burst anybody's fucking bubbles, I guess. There's no other references to the Wizard of Oz.
Not at all.
Other than the Yellow Brick Road, the name of it. But anyway,
I guess the guy at the end could be no, not at all.
he's the cowardly
wizard.
lion.
He's the wizard.
He might be the wizard.
So when they're at the berm, they catch the sister. And they're like, all scared and shit. That's when the brother gets loose because how'd that all fucking happen?
Teddy,
There was a lot of shit
Teddy
going down.
fucking threw down. They went to go get her down, I think.
Ah, that's right. And he threw his machete down,
like,
right? Threw the
I mean,
machete
how are you
down
going to cut down a chick? Is a fucking machete. It's the only knife they have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or that the forestry dude had one later. He showed. I'm the one with the knife. So they left the machete, and then that fucking the guy that killed his sister
cuts his wrist. His wrist. What do you call him? Cuts his rope off his wrist.
Yeah, how? He had like multiple ties too. It was like all the way up his arms. So like, we're not gonna take a chance, and he just quickly disassembled the fucking rope somehow.
And stole their ATV. They had an ATV
with
this
all
whole
their
time.
shit on it,
all their gear.
all of their shit.
Well,
gone.
not all their shit. It was part of the shit.
They had backpacks.
Yeah, they were
and
carrying backpacks.
tents and shit.
At that point, one of the guys, which is Teddy, was like, "We need to keep going," and these other three people were like, "No, fuck that. We need to get out of here." Or
Everybody was super mad at him.
yeah, everybody's super mad. The forestry dude takes the girl from the town. And he's like, "We're fucking going this way. We're just gonna go west because I think that's the only way we're gonna get the fuck out of here because we can't go all the way back on the road. It's too far. If we go west, maybe we can go into some other place and find a town." The other three people decided to stay together, and which was the original three people from the beginning. It would be the
Psychologist, Teddy and his wife.
Teddy and his wife. So,
Is his name Teddy?
yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
I watched the whole movie. I don't remember.
The forestry guy and the chick from the town go off into the woods, and Teddy and the other two decide to camp. So, middle of the night, fucking Teddy gets up and leaves, takes off and starts going on the trail more, leaves his people behind, because he's going to continue. He's going to fucking get to the end of the road. He's determined like a fucking psycho now.
It's a weird thing because if you like think you're gonna, because they don't really imply it, but if you think you're gonna die, you know what I mean? Because he does say like something about would it be worth it?
Yeah.
Like how much would you give to find out
what
the mystery?
road?
Yeah, like we've already been through so much, and like we're almost there because the music was so loud at this point, very distinct, and you could tell you were close to it. Like, why would we turn around now after we've lost all these people? Like, we're obviously gonna fucking die and not make it back. So what? Like, let's just keep going.
Yep.
And everybody wasn't having it. They were like survival instincts. Like, no, fuck this. The doc says something interesting. He's like, how can we even get back to sanity? Which honestly, when he said that, it's like, you guys aren't really in a bad place right now. You're just dealing with some supernatural shit. Like, you're probably going to be fine because there's, up until that point, I'm kind of jumping back, but like up until that point, like nobody died.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy was happening. There was just music.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an odd thing to put in there. Like, I don't know if we'll ever be able to get back to normal because the one dude, Teddy, was like, I miss it, the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
started
anyway.
crying on camera.
So everybody's talking about splitting up at this point.
Yeah, they split up. So, forestry guy and the townsgirl got their backpacks on. They have their headlamps and flashlights and whatnot. They get to a point where they stop and decide to eat some fucking berries that are not so good.
Deadly nightshade berries.
Nightshade berries. Which, in the movie, apparently you can get high from them.
Yeah, they don't just kill you immediately.
They don't just kill you
upon
immediately.
gazing upon them.
You get high, and then if you eat too much, you can die from it because it poisons you. So they get super fucking high off these berries and end up just, laughing at each other and doing stupid shit. The forestry guy says,
You can buy them.
"Hey, I'm going to kiss you now. Is that okay?" And she says, "No."
Oh, fucking
Just
denied.
fucking gets denied hard, and it makes him stop in his tracks. What are you looking at? Are you looking
I'm
on
reading
Amazon? Can you fucking find them on Amazon?
You can buy them. They're
No
like
shit.
$5.
Oh, weird.
So deadly nightshade is a perennial plant that grows between 2 to 4 feet tall. You'll recognize it by the dull, dark green leaves and bell-shaped purple scented flowers, which bloom from midsummer to early fall. Deadly nightshade berries are green when they form and turn shiny black as they ripen, which is what the color they were. They're sweet and juicy. How the fuck do they know that? They've asked a child probably because it said they're sweet and juicy, which makes them tempting to children. The plant requires rich, moist soil to thrive and grows wild in some areas of the world, but in the United States, it's limited to cultivation. Not all animals are affected by deadly nightshade. While it's deadly to humans and some animals, horses, rabbits, sheep can eat the leaves without harm, and birds feed on the berries. Why are we the unlucky ones? They sound great.
Yeah, it's juicy and sweet.
They're so good and tasty.
I still don't understand why you can buy them. These are poison.
I don't know.
That's super weird. Anyways,
they're beautiful, I guess. The poison contained in nightly deadshade affects the nervous system. Taken in sufficient doses, the deadly poison paralyzes nerve endings and involuntary muscles of the body, such as blood vessels. So, yeah, poisonous. Heart and gastrointestinal muscles. It's just basically poison. Symptoms of deadly nightshade poisoning include dilated pupils, sensitivity to light, blurred vision, headaches, confusion, and convulsions. Doesn't say anything about hallucinations.
Well, they weren't really hallucinating on those.
They're just high.
Super high.
As few as 2 ingested berries can kill a child, and 10 to 20 berries would kill an adult. Even handling the plant can cause irritations.
I don't know if the getting high part is real.
No, I think you feel sick, probably.
Yeah.
But it looks like you need a few of them. Don't eat these fucking berries. Don't try it. It's from a movie. We're not telling you to. Don't go buy them off of Amazon, which is at this web address right here. No. Bright Eyes is a legend. Legend has it that women in Italy put deadly nightshade juice in their eyes to brighten them. In fact, one of the most common names for deadly nightshade is belladonna, which is Italian for beautiful lady. Today, doctors rarely perform any type of eye surgery without using atropine, one of the poisons in deadly nightshade, to dilate patients' pupils. So literally, the shit you get the doctors or the eye doctors is
poison.
It's
in your
fucking crazy.
Face.
Fucking quacks. They're fucking quacks putting poison in your eyeballs.
Damn.
And that shit hurts. Have you had your eyes dilated?
Absolutely.
If they get super big, you're like, oh, I fucking see sounds. So they're putting deadly nightshade in your eyes.
You have to wear
Not
these sunglasses
cool.
the rest of the day.
Yeah, not fucking
no shit.
cool. Okay, fucking dumb. I got contacts a few months ago. I got my annual fucking eye appointment.
Yeah.
I've never had issues with them dilating my pupils because it's just been oh fuck, it's bright or whatever. And they put the contacts in after. It feels numb, you know what I mean? Yeah. You've had it, right? Yep. It feels like that. And I was fucking driving myself, which is not what you're supposed to do after you get your fucking...
I did the same thing.
And I'm driving back and went and got a sandwich, which doesn't have anything to do with anything. I wasn't eating fucking nightshade berries, but I'm just adding to the story. There's a lot of stuff I say that's emphasizing on the story or something. I was getting the sandwich, which literally is nothing. But I'm sitting there and I'm I can't fucking see my dashboard. What the fuck's happening? And I got the contacts in. I'm
yeah.
And I literally called them up and be like, hey, I think you guys gave me the wrong prescription. They're like, you're a fucking moron. Why are you driving your car? You can't see because your eyes are dilated.
You're on the phone while you're driving.
Yeah, driving with my knees. I got a stick shift. I'm
you get a sandwich in your other hand.
Yeah. Sandwich in my hand, knees on the fucking thing. How am I fucking pushing in the clutch?
I can't fucking see, Doc. Doc, you gave me the wrong shit.
Sometimes it just be like that. And you're well, we put deadly nightshade juice in your eyeballs. So
those assholes.
Anyway.
So
I forget where we're at.
The two that ate the berries. Dude tried to make his pass at the woman. She shut him down. He got upset.
Which is weird because she's fugly.
Yeah, she is.
And he was an okay gentleman.
He probably didn't get any ever because he kind of seemed like...
Yeah, the way he's talking, he's like, it's okay if I kiss you now. No.
No, it's
fucking not.
He goes a little crazy, says that he's been thinking about killing her, and says to her, you should probably tie me up. So she does.
Yeah.
A little bit later, he tells her, you need to break my neck. You need to grab my head and twist it so it breaks my neck. Otherwise, I'll probably kill you.
And she's freaking out because she picks up the knife. He's like, take that knife there. And she goes, do you want me to stab you? You want me to stab you? And she's freaking out like that. Like, I just told you to break my fucking neck, dummy. You are as dumb as you look.
So she runs off a little bit, sits around for a while, comes back, and he's still tied up. He's like asleep on the ground. She wakes him up, kind of puts him up on his knees. He's wiggling around a little bit. She grabs his head and twists and breaks his fucking neck.
Like, really, this is a fucked up part about it. Where, like, she tries to break his neck.
Oh, yeah. Twists it one way and it just pops a little bit.
Just pops. And he's like, no, don't fucking do it. That hurt. And she's like, slowly fucking cracks his neck until he dies.
Would you really die if that happened, though? Or does it, like, slowly, like, you're paralyzed for sure, right?
I don't think it's...
I mean, I don't know why I'm asking you like you know.
I don't think you can die from it, but I don't know. Don't go try it, anybody.
No, don't do it.
But, like, I can literally crack my fucking neck. Yeah. Like, I twisted my head behind me. Did you just see it? Like,
yeah. It happens.
I think you have to literally twist it fucking completely around.
Yeah, you got to twist.
It's another
the shit
thing
out
about
of a
movies that is bullshit.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
They're like what that?
Because they just go bleep, and it's like I've had the chiropractor do that to me. Like it scared the fuck out of me. I'm like, I should have fucking died. I've seen all these movies.
It was either on Daredevil or Elektra, one of the two, where the ninjas just snap their own necks, but they don't even use their hands. They just
they kill themselves. They've had great shame.
Yeah. So or they, they're about to die, and so they just snap their own neck. They're like, I'm not going to give you any information. It's
impossible.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Bullshit.
It must be a ninja thing, right? How do you train for that? How do you practice?
I don't know. They probably dipped their finger in expired semen before, and then fucking cracked their own necks.
Nice.
Melted their face. That's so fucking dumb.
So at this point, forestry guy's dead. Nightshade berry girl decides to ingest more nightshade berries, so she's slowly poisoning herself and just kind of lays there. I assume she dies. Doesn't really say.
She does it. She does after.
Oh, was she just laying there?
She
and
just fucking
died,
just
right?
Devours.
Yeah,
more
she just
than
scarfing down.
She
fucking
may have had
berries.
10 to 20. So I don't.
Yeah, her mouth's all black and purple.
They don't say it because she doesn't. They don't show. She's the only one they don't show if she died.
Yeah,
she may just be fucking more mentally retarded than she is.
Yeah, very well could be.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like you're retarded.
You're retarded.
You're fucking retarded. Campus.
She's a retarded hiker.
Like retardation. Like she retardations herself. It's not a word here. It is a word, but it's not used correctly.
Yeah. So back to psychiatrist and Teddy's wife. They're walking together.
Teddy's already left.
Teddy's already gone. Yep. He's gone up the road. Psychiatrist or psychologist, whatever he is, and the wife are walking back, and they decide to camp at this little cave or hang out at this cave for a while.
That chick sort of tried to fuck him.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
She's
like, you saw it moving that way. Mm-hmm. Like, you've been friends with us all these years. But what?
Why haven't you found anybody?
Why haven't you found somebody?
There's reasons.
Yeah, there's reasons. It's because I've been secretly jerking off to my friend's wife for years. Like, that's what he should have said. And then she would have fucking boned him.
Probably.
He would have boned her, or vice versa.
Real hard.
Boned each other.
Yeah.
Which is a weird term because I don't know why they say like chicks bone people unless they're wearing a dildo, a strap on or something.
That's
like
scary.
To bone.
Two bones.
2 bones. It's like 2 chains.
2 bones.
2 bones.
So she wakes up. It was daytime. Yeah. She wakes up the next morning. He's gone. Psychiatrist guy's gone. So she's like, where the fuck is he? She goes and finds his dead body with a camera pointing at it. She's like, what the fuck? So she...
Slit wrists.
A
fucking weird note that he wrote and put it on his chest.
Super weird note. Watch the video. It says watch the video.
Watch the tape shit, watch the video.
So she turns on the video. She's back at the cave at this point. She's watching the video, and it's him saying he wants her to keep watching. Don't look away. Slits his wrist. At least you're with me while I do this. So she keeps watching. Then at the end of it, he's obviously dead. And she hears a voice coming from the cave. Turns out, dun, 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 it's the fucking cartographer dude.
So she fell asleep watching him kill himself over and over again.
Yeah.
She's fucking crazy. They're all crazy.
Absolutely, at this point.
It's a trip into madness.
The cartographer dude is inside the cave, and she says, are you going to kill me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? What was in there?
He's got the machete, by the way. So she runs, and he says, "What does he say when
She
he comes out of the
says,
cave?"
"Does it have to be painful?" He's like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah."
Oh yeah.
Cool part, after she starts running, he's like, "Let's go," or whatever.
He says,
Or
I forgot what the fuck he says, but it was funny.
Here we go, or some shit.
Yeah,
Like that.
like, it's on. something catchy.
Let's
that
get
I
it
don't
on!
fucking remember at all.
Let's fucking do this.
Fucking go! It's go time.
Oh, she's running. I must have to chase her now so I can kill her. Which they ended up running about. They don't say.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's literally 2 feet past where they started running. So she either tripped and like sprained her ankle, and she's like, "Oh no!" And like he was like, "Oh, I just have to walk. That's no fun." And then he fucking takes that machete that he stole and fucking viciously cuts her throat.
Yep.
And you don't see any blood in that part. I know that much. It was just like, well, that's fucking weird because that would have cut her head off basically the way he did it.
We totally skipped a bunch of stuff where.
We skipped a ton of stuff.
We
I don't even know what we
skipped. The death of the intern.
Is that? Oh yeah,
Man,
the best part. Because so Mark,
so they didn't care about her, and we also don't care about her because we skipped her.
on the last movie review, you told me about it.
Yeah,
I think
where
did we put that in there?
Yeah, where she killed herself.
And I knew from the fucking the first moment of the movie when they met the intern, I was like, she eats the fucking candy. This was before she even says anything.
Yep.
So there must have been, I'm thinking about that because I was like, they're so mean to her. I was like, there must have been something about her appearance or the way she fucking acts where she's like, all timid and shit. That I was prejudiced against her because I'm like, she's the one that eats the food. Because I was looking and I was like, who did it? And I was like, I think that fucking ginger chick did it.
Had to be the fucking ginger.
Yeah. And so, that's what happens. Yep.
So she
eats all the fucking candy.
She eats all the candy that they had in their supplies, what's left of their supplies. And it was her, the psychiatrist dude, and the wife, Teddy's wife. So,
literally the only thing they have left to make it out of this
just
situation.
Some fucking candy. And she eats it all one night because she's crazy and just gorgeous.
Which I don't know how. Even if I was hungry, I would eat like a few of those things, and I'd be like, "Oh, my fucking stomach," because I don't eat a bunch of sugar.
She was just chowing down while people were sleeping.
She's going to fucking
so
town.
they're walking up on the edge of this like
looking
cliff
back
line.
like she knows she's wrong. It's not that she's hungry. She's like, "Ugh."
They're walking up on the edge of this cliff line, and she's yelling at the two in front of her. She's like, "I'm really sorry," but they kind of just fucking ignore and keep walking.
They don't even acknowledge that she's saying it.
So she decides to just kind of turn and just walk off a cliff and fall straight down like
Super
a fucking
awesome.
brick.
Faster than gravity.
Yeah.
Because they fucked up that
Super
visual
fast.
effect.
And they don't stop to look for her. They don't stop to think about her, anything. Just at that point in the movie, she's gone.
That's why I think that she has
it's
more to the more story than we don't know. Backstory that I'm not going to research.
They don't. It's like she just was never in the movie at that point.
Yeah.
From that point on, it's super weird.
Which watching YouTube reviews of the movie, they all say that they're like, "That was a super weird part." Like she just nobody acknowledges. They don't even talk about it afterwards. She just fucking kills herself, and then they just keep going.
Yeah.
Like,
so
everybody's got to die in the movie. So
how did the cartographer dude die? Why am I forgetting this part?
So the deadly night when he was killing her.
Yeah.
The wife of Teddy.
Yep.
Is that his name? We keep
Yes,
saying
that's
Teddy.
his name.
Okay. So when he was killing her, she found them somehow, probably because the woods were bringing them all together to murder each other, which is what happened in the 20s.
That's right. Yeah.
And she fucking stabs the fuck out of him.
Yeah, stabs him in the neck with a knife
while she was snacking on berries.
While she was snacking on nightshade berries. So they are all kind of tied together. So then the last person is Teddy, basically, because this chick died on these fucking nightshade berries. So Teddy's walking, ends up crawling. Music's playing loud. He can't fucking function. He's fucking army crawling, rolling, trying to get to, whatever the end of the road is. Ends up at a building. So hooray, he made it to the end of the road. Gets to this building. He stands up. Basically, it's a movie theater. He walks inside. There's that old dude from the beginning of the movie.
Missed the part about how he's talking to the chick as she was getting her head cut off.
Oh yeah,
he's got it.
Yeah,
they have radios that they talk to each other,
walkie-talkies,
like ham radios or some shit, walkie-talkies. And so Teddy's like telling his. fucking dog.
Definitely walkie-talkies, because it's the same ones I use my place of employment, and they're not very good. you can hear from
hear across like 10 feet.
Maybe like, I don't know, 300 or 400 yards tops. That's it.
Which is probably the only accurate thing about the movie is the fact they couldn't talk to each other because they heard the push to talk.
Yep.
And then you're like, you hear that, and they wouldn't be able to talk because
exactly,
they're
can't hear anything.
You don't know how far away they are.
I'm just saying they're shitty radios.
Yeah, they're terrible.
So he's talking to her, telling her, move on, basically. You don't need to be with me. I loved you, but you can go be with the psychiatrist, dude. Which ended up not being good anyways. So everybody's dead except for Teddy. Teddy makes it to this movie theater, and the guy from the beginning of the movie that's behind the semen stained glass is...
Which you see his hands dragging people at the end.
Yeah, he's...
Remember that?
Dragging bodies, that's right.
And I'll bring that up at the end. Remind me.
It's this old dude. He's basically the ticket master dude at the movie theater,
or the Wizard of Oz,
or the Wizard of Oz, the wizard dude. Says to Mr. Teddy Barnes, enjoy your picture show. Makes him sit down. Yells at him, sit down.
Yeah.
So he sits down in the theater. He's kind of crying, and then movie screen comes up, and he's basically...
He says that part is like, did she make it to the end of the road? He goes, oh, yes, she did. But there's so many endings.
There's so many endings. So he's watching all his friends die on this movie screen. And it kind of flashes a little bit, and it's all the townspeople are sitting in the theater with him.
Yeah. Quick shot.
All the townspeople that disappeared are all dead. And they're like ghosts are sitting in this theater watching.
If you pause that
the same
shot,
thing.
They're all like zombie looking.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And then that was the end of the movie. Super fucking weird ending.
So I liked the movie. I'll tell you why. The whole fucking thing was like, I mean, I was doing work because I was like, I gotta watch this fucking movie.
Yeah.
It looks like straight shit. So I was doing work, and then I had it on my big monitor.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like looking at it, and I literally was like, man, this fucking really kind of sucks you into the movie. Like, even though I wasn't watching it really, but I know all these key parts. And the acting was pretty good, like I'm not a fucking like a director or anything. I don't know what good acting is or bad acting, but they were believable. The characters were believable.
Yeah.
And the story was like, man, like highly relatable, because every time I go out with you on a camping trip, this is how I feel. I feel fucking crazy because I hate the fucking going out. I actually like going on the trips, but it's like hard to go on them. But after about a day, I'm like, fuck this, man. Fuck being out in the woods. But I start to feel crazy. I'm like, I'm going to kill all of these people just to get back. So it's relatable,
Don't you fucking eat my candy.
Yeah.
Mike.
I'll eat all your candy. The candy was a fucking weird part.
Super weird.
They freaked out over it. Like, these people have a fucking addiction to sugar.
They do.
They need to live healthier lives. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point because they're all fucking dead.
They went crazy.
But did you see how excited they got?
Yeah.
Like, it was like she was holding out on a bag of crack, and they were like, oh, fucking candy. I'm like, I've never been excited about candy.
Candy is pretty fucking exciting. If you're on a mountain or something, or you're on a multiple day hike,
I don't give a fuck.
I get
not
pretty
like that.
Yeah, I don't get that excited.
Did you ever get that excited about it?
No, I've been excited, but not that excited.
Oh, candy! Like, it was fucking.
Oh my god!
They basically ripped each other's heads off to get to it.
Yeah.
Did you notice that bag of candy never got smaller until that fucking chick ate it?
A lot of candy in there.
Yeah. Weird.
Super.
There's little flaws, like in some movies where they there's a can on top of like a bathroom, a urinal or something. That they go over here and then the can's missing and people go, oh, this fucked up.
Yep.
That was the one thing about that movie. Highly believable except for the candy. We never went anywhere. What is this Miss fucking Mary Poppins bag of fucking candy treats?
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that ties in. Maybe there's a lot of shit in this movie.
Yeah. So the old dude, what were you gonna bring up about him? The guy with the gloves.
Oh no, just the thing in general. I saw I don't really know because I was like, what was the point of that? Because literally on any review, they're all like, just don't watch the ending and you'll like the movie. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I didn't know that. And then I watched a bunch of reviews and every single one is the same. It's like, the movie's great, like kind of the shit I'm saying now.
Yeah.
But don't watch the ending. Like, you don't
you have to
before you have to finish it. You can't just go like, oh, I'm not going
to get to the end of the road, Mike.
Yeah. But they literally could have ended it before he got to the fucking movie theater, and it would have been the same.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have fucked up the whole movie. I don't think it fucked up the whole movie, that first part, because I'm never gonna watch it again.
Yeah, he could have starved.
Could have stopped. Yeah, like just show him dying.
Yeah,
and that would be it. But then they kept going, and they were like, "Let's fucking do this thing." I like the part where she was basically a tree and like all burnt and shit like that. Another scarecrow. I think the movie that he saw at the end probably would have been better than the whole fucking movie altogether. Like, that's interesting. Or they could have ended it by, instead of him showing in the movie theater, like they showed because they showed the usher. I had to watch it again because I'm like, whose fucking red jacket is that? And then I didn't put it together. I'm like, oh, it's the fucking Wizard of Oz at the end. Yeah, because the gloves and everything. Yep. It would have been cooler if they showed him like piecing those people together like fucking puppets or some shit,
like a big tree, or
or burning them or whatever.
Theater. Yeah,
because that ending was basically her dream she had at the one point where she's like, everything was black and everybody was dead and like there was no life and blah blah. It's like one thing I saw in a review that they did was reading something is that he was in hell living. He was like getting to witness, like he was in hell. Yeah. That's what the movie theater was.
Oh, that's shitty.
Still weird. Still dumb ending. Like,
yeah.
Just fucking.
The movie's it's just super fucking weird.
Yeah, that's
why I made you watch it.
It's if you're looking at a movie to like, because like if like one of the people's fears are like going crazy. Yeah, everybody I think kind of has that. Like I don't want to be like that fucking.
Yeah, I don't want to be insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill myself before that because it's all leads to you're gonna go insane and then weird shit happens. Nobody really knows what that's like.
Like you lose sight of reality. Yeah,
so like I think it's believable for people to go crazy, not collectively. Like there's a thing like I think collective psychosis. Where they all kind of like start. It's one of the things he says in the movie that's accurate is like people start going crazy and then starts drifting over to other people. Like reality's coming. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think that's a real thing. And so the movie's believable up until the end. And it's a fucking movie, so it doesn't have to be believable. But like the whole movie is about people slowly, collectively going insane, a supernatural type of feel, and then the fucking movie at the end happens. Like, it's like they rushed at the end too because it was like really shitty production type of thing when everything else was like the visual effects were great.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Except for when she jumped off the cliff or walked off.
That was horrible.
That was terrible.
Gravity was exponentially greater on that.
Like all that candy made her weigh like 700 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, in skydiving, you go like if you have more people connected to each other, you go faster.
Terminal velocity really fast.
It was sweet. What happened. It was super fast. So we're gonna do a review of this. To get this out of my head now, and we're gonna go visual effects. You're gonna give it a 1 to 5 death cheetah.
Oh man,
we're gonna go plot, and we're gonna do the standard if we're gonna do this for October. Visual effects, plot, ending, and overall death cheetahs.
All right.
So for visual effects,
I'd have to give it a 4 death cheetah, except for that one part.
4 out of 5 death.
4 out of 5 death cheetahs, except for the one part where she fucking walks off the cliff. That just hangs in my mind. That's why I can't get a 5.
Yeah.
So it's a 4.
I'm a 3.5 death cheetah.
3.5.
Just because you can't like. I have 4. Yeah. Just because it was pretty realistic until the fucking end, but the end doesn't really count. And then that's one thing I know is she fell faster than fucking humanly possible. No, I don't care. The plot.
That's man. I wish they would have explained it more. I'm gonna go with 3 on this one. The plot was good, except the backstory wasn't good enough.
The ending to
me, and the
ending it makes me give it a 3.
Yeah.
So 4. I'm gonna write this down. 3. Ending.
Ending gets a 1 death cheetah.
I'll give it 0 death cheetahs. That's where we differ. Ending fucking blows.
Ending did blow.
So let's just calculate this. What is the average? It's 3. What would you say for overall?
I'd say it's a 3. It's a 3 death cheetah movie. 3 out of 5.
I'm leaning towards 2.
It's all right. You can lean that way.
So to collectively give it 6 death cheetahs. 3 out of 3. 3 death cheetahs per. So I mean, take that for what it's worth. We're saying
it's not worth much, guys.
3 is a little bit better than fucking. I don't know, a scale of 1 to 5 or 0 to 5. It's in the middle, I guess.
Cool story.
Yeah.
I mean, wish there was a little more backstory and not a shitty ending. It would have been a good movie.
Yeah.
I didn't look up anything to see if the story at the beginning was real. Like, is there a town somewhere where a bunch of people just disappeared?
I don't know. We'll have to look it up.
I doubt it's true.
We're not gonna know.
No, it's too much work.
There's some Reddit things that I didn't look at.
Yeah.
So I didn't look at it. So one of the things I gotta note, I didn't do what. Oh, there was one part where that chick from the movie theater, that she freaks out, and you see this in movies also, which is a thing, where he asks her to fucking say the alphabet backwards.
Oh, yeah.
And she freaks out because she can't figure it out. And she's like, no, let me finish.
She wants to
I
finish
can't
really
fucking
bad.
do that now. If I had
was doing it fast,
Yeah,
too.
if I had it written down, I'd probably fuck it up along the way. I can't do it off the top of my head. They do it in like, I don't know if this is a sobriety test. We'll have to ask somebody, but they do it in that. And we're like, I can't do it
even
sober.
Worse. I've heard a cop say, now start, not to me, but a cop has said it before where he's like, start at this letter and end with this letter, saying the
Can you
alphabet
do that
backwards.
now?
Like, what the fuck are you talking?
Z, X, Y. I don't even know if I'm...
No.
See, I was wrong right there because it's X, Y, Z. I'd have to like literally go and say, I would have to go and say the alphabet forward and then go get to the part where I need to and then I'd go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, G.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, E.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I even fucked it up right there. So that is bullshit.
Yeah, agreed.
Don't ever believe that's possible. That's fucking bullshit.
Try to say the alphabet backwards.
Somebody out there's like, I can fucking do it. That's probably because you learned retarded, you fucking ape.
You learn backwards.
You learn backwards, motherfucker.
You're the backwards man.
So I wanted... This is not have anything. I think we're done with this movie. Let's just fucking close this and never watch it again. Which is going to be like every movie. I was at Walmart last night. I looked at the $5 bin. And I was like,
just
there's
grab
a whole bunch of horror movies. I'm going to go there today and get one.
Do it.
And we'll watch it.
All right.
We'll just do this as a thing for October.
I like it.
But which isn't that money because we do 4 episodes a month or sometimes do more. But what was I talking about? Went to Walmart. I had some fucking thing. I had something. I don't fucking know.
Lost it.
I should have wrote this down. That's why we had the fucking outline. You got those little lines to write it down.
Yeah.
Oh, so I wanted to start this off, and this has nothing to do with the movie, but I was like, I got a fucking story to tell, which is, and you're like, oh, it's going to be good. And I'm like, it's probably just going to be a story. I meant to tie it into earlier when you said something about fat people. Mm-hmm. So I went to McDonald's, I got this breakfast sandwiches. It's like not a place I go. Mm-hmm. And this one I usually, if I said I don't go to these things, but I'm like, then I usually go here. No, but like if I'm like behind or I'm going skydiving or something like that and I haven't eaten breakfast because I'm horrible about eating. Like sleeping and eating are like one of my, like the 2 things you need. I fucking hate doing both. So
I like eating, but I don't get much sleep.
Yeah. So like if I'm like behind or whatever and I'm going somewhere, like this McDonald's, the one I'm talking about with all the construction right now.
Yep. So
I usually go there in the drive-thru, but now it's like closed. So today when I haven't eaten all day and I'm like, fuck, I need food. I'll be back and we'll do it at noon or whatever. I went there and went inside and like I was just like, give me fucking egg muffins. I got some for the kids, one for you, one for me, and then some energy drinks and shit. And I'm standing there waiting for my food and which for some reason took like the time I said I'm going to get breakfast and then to the time I was like, I don't know, it was like almost right before you got here.
Yeah.
So I felt super rushed. It took them forever, which is weird that they get fucking $15 an hour. Anyway, so I'm standing there and I'm waiting for my fucking 4 Egg McMuffins and this fucking obese lady comes in and she's like, you can tell, she's like looking at me like, are you in line? And I'm literally across the fucking room.
I hope you already ordered.
Yeah, that's a fucking super annoying. Like, I'm literally not standing in a place that anybody would assume, like, even the people at the register would be like, did you order yet? Like, or like, I'm nowhere near to being in line.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the side and she's like, you're looking at me, but she doesn't say anything. It's like, did you order yet? Like, she's super excited about her day.
Oh, of course. She's at McDonald's, man.
And she goes, I could tell
Earth.
you she knows what she wants, like when she left her house.
Yeah.
Like, this is her thing. She's going to McDonald's.
Because
she's not going,
she's got nothing else
stopping
to do.
by McDonald's on the way to something else.
Planned it out last night.
So, yeah. Then at this time, I'm fucking fat. So she, like, got there and sits there. She puts her like finger up,
No,
hand on
she
her chin
didn't
and
do
finger, and she's like, "What do I want? What tasty, delectable morsel can I get in my fucking stomach
want-
right now?"
All of them.
No, it's like, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, people that do weird shit like that are just like, I didn't just notice her because she was like obese.
Yeah.
I mean, going to McDonald's kind of like, oh, this fat fucker wants to, whatever. She knew what she wanted, but she was acting like she didn't. But the way she spit it out immediately.
You know what it was? She was looking at what else she wanted.
But she didn't get that much. But she fucking ordered immediately when they were like, okay, like, what the fuck do you want?
Yeah.
Nancy or whatever her name was. They knew her. She's been there before because they said her fucking name. And yeah. But this is the thing that's funny about people that are usually obese that go to McDonald's and have been there a bunch and know what they want. They treat it like it's a fucking fancy establishment. Like, stop fucking doing that.
She sits down.
And
puts
this
her
is
napkin on her lap.
Yeah. No, this is as simple as it is. It's a fucking series of words.
Bring silverware.
It's a very simple series of words. I'll have your. It's like, it's not just say you want the fucking cheeseburger. Don't, I'll have your, like it's this fucking chef made it up in the fucking back. I'll have your finest cheeseburger. Like, shut the fuck up.
6 of your finest nuggets, please.
I'll have your. She's like, let me have a fucking cheeseburger. You fucking
I'll have
fucker.
a fillet of fish.
Yeah. Is that salmon or fucking... Just treat it what it is. It's fast fucking food. That's all it is.
Take 3 of those. Let's go.
Yeah. It cost about a penny to make. It has negative nutritional value. It's sucking out...
If you leave it out, it does not go bad.
Yeah.
Might get hard, but it won't go bad.
Some food... You've already destroyed the calories by the time you're done digesting it. But McDonald's multiplies with your stomach bile and the fucking acid. It's like a multiplication effect.
Gross.
And it fucking multiplies the amount of calories exponentially. It's like, oh, this cheeseburger has 1,000 calories. And it's like 1,000 times 5. It goes down and it says that to you. It's like 1,000 times 5. But that was my story. I don't know if it was interesting.
Story. It's interesting.
I guess. It was a very fucking benign situation that I just threw in here and added a bunch of words and stuff. So I don't know. And then I drove and there was a simple, like I drove back here. I drove to get energy drinks for us. And then, go buy strikeforceenergy.com. That's all we drink. Use code Evil Vibes.
Ever. That's all we drink ever.
I got energy drinks from my pump bottle I met. But yeah, I was pretty lame. That's it.
But it's real life.
So what do you have on the fuck? Do we need to do another episode for this? Is it that long?
I think so.
Is it that long?
I think so. Because we could dive into some other topics on it.
Let's add some shit to it. Let's not, because we've hinted at it 2 times now.
Yeah.
If we didn't say anything about it, I would have put this episode after the Guidestones because I think people are gonna be like, "What is this? It was fucking Dick Bullet or what's their name?"
I've been watching this, waiting for the Guidestones.
They've done two fucking movie reviews. What is this? Yeah, so the Georgia Guidestones, we'll get that next time. We'll do some other stuff with it.
Yep, we'll add some stuff to that one.
What kind of stuff could we do? Weird, anomalous type of situations or weird shit. There's an artist that does stuff we could talk about.
Yeah.
Pop up shit that nobody knows who it is. Mm-hmm. What do you think? What's the research we should do on that? Because you've already got the Georgia Guidestones.
Yeah, I got that one on lock.
That's what would we call it? It's like art or a monolith or something like that.
I'd say it's kind of like a monolith. Yeah.
Weird shit that nobody has an answer for.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna write that down.
Why are they here?
Weird shit nobody has an answer for. Cool. Yeah, we'll do that next time, whenever that is. But again, we're at about an hour right now. I don't think anybody wants to listen to the 2-hour episodes.
You're probably right.
So I think that's the standard what we'll go for. But appreciate everybody listening.
Yeah, go watch a shitty movie.
Yeah, go live your life. I would never have done this. If you're like, man, if it wasn't, I took a chance. It's like I took a fucking chance at watching some shit I never wanted to, and I'm not better for it. I think maybe it will influence some of you to buy some shit from ariesclothing.com by listening. You're like, oh, he said the web address again. I've been waiting for it. He didn't say it at the beginning. But you can go to ariesclothing.com and, no codes, just buy some shit.
Evil vibes, man.
Yeah, an
Kinda
evil vibes code.
Goes with the theme a little bit.
This will be another. All October is going to be Evil Vibes sponsored. EvilVibesCo.com. Go check that out. StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Of course.
Don't get Rockstar. Don't get Bang.
Yeah. Fuck those.
Don't get. You didn't even finish.
Don't get like
Froze Rose. So dumb. Don't get Bang. Froze Rose. Go get Strikeforce Energy at StrikeForceEnergy.com and use code Evil Vibes. When you do, you get 20% off. And then if you get the pump bottle, like me, you get free shipping because it's over 35. So everything over 35, you get free shipping. Shrimping. You get free shrimping. So you can shrimp each other.
If you like to pump things.
Yeah, if you like to pump, put that on there, get a subscription. Get the subscription and then just use code Evil Vibes. You get all that shit discounted constantly. And then you pick how much you want them to give it to you.
Nice.
And then it comes. I got my pump because I destroy it. I drink it all the time.
We do like 6 pumps.
I do a whole pump bottle in 3 weeks. I've got timed out.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting. I'm dying every day. But it's not disgusting. It's very delicious. I get the grape. I get grape. Yeah. But go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. Use code Evil Vibes. And last but not least, Cleared Hot Co. Cleared Hot team on the website and Cleared.Hot on Instagram. As one of our sponsors. And right now, if you go on there, I don't know how long they're going to have the code. Get 10% off your total order by using code VIOLENTPRO.
Violent.
I don't know if you use caps or whatever, but go check them out. Give them a follow and tell them Violent Professional sent you. I don't know.
Tell them you heard about this on a shitty movie review.
About the worst movie I watched in the past 24 hours.
Yes, absolutely.
It was yesterday.
Yes. Day before yesterday.
48
hours.
Yeah, that's right. It's weird. Worst movie I saw in the last 48 hours. And the best one. So
interesting.
Means I watched this.
It's a weird construct.
Yep. Figure that shit out. Anyway, thank you guys for listening again. I'll see you next time. And Mark, we were not going to see you. I do this every fucking time.
We'll see you, but we won't see you.
There's things that I do like.
We'll hear you next time.
I notice about myself, I say like a lot on the episodes. I've cut a few of them out in the past because I said look. And shit like that. I'm trying to work on this stuff. I'm reading it at night. I'm taking fish oil to try to actually use words.
Need that alpha brain.
Yeah. Maybe alpha brain. Get something like that. Anyway, see you next time.
Hear you later.
I'll hear you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you like this episode, please consider subscribing to us on Patreon by visiting patreon.com/violentprofessional. By subscribing, you have access to all the episodes as soon as we upload, as well as bonus content that you can't see anywhere else. You can also support us by simply giving us a positive rating on your listening platform of choice. And above all, thank you for the continued support of the Violent Professional Podcast.